Taking a look at APLD here right after we just went over this yesterday. Today is April 15, 2025, and the pullback for APLD is extending today down to about 30%. We are down about $3.72 at the moment, and let's go ahead and go into the daily chart here. We are well below the 200-day moving average, and if I take a look at the 200-day moving average and measure this move all the way down, this is right around a 48% drop for APLD from the 200-day moving average. And what I personally would keep an eye out for is, can we remain above $3.34? This is going to be a major support level. I think there should be a rapid recovery here for APLD. You might be shaking off some folks here that are not wanting to hold on to APLD anymore, or you might see people shaving off APLD shares here between $5.30 and $3.34. If we do break down below $3.34, what I would caution on is a potential test back down to about the low of $2.36. I'll mark this in red, that way you can see. And that the potential dip here down to about $3.34 is right around an additional 10% drop. That's just something to keep in mind. I'm not going to say it's 100% happening, right? If we do break down below $3.34, the next line of support is right around $2.36. which is right around a 37% drop. In the long term, I do expect to see a reversal here for APLD, and I don't want to say exactly when this is going to occur to mislead anyone, but in my personal opinion, $5.30 is going to be a recovery mark that I am keeping an eye for, and I think this is definitely oversold here at these current levels. You can see here on the daily chart that the RSI here is getting pretty close to 30, and typically when it's at 30 or lower, it means that it's oversold here on the daily chart. And in terms of a recovery, I mentioned I am looking for $5.30 at some point, and that is going to be a 42% recovery for APLD. That's just something to take in consideration and view that with a grain of salt as well. It's just my personal opinion here. We do know that $5.30 is a resistance level for APLD, and with that in mind, the closer we get to $3.34 or even lower, I view this as a potential dip opportunity, especially if I'm looking for the upside versus the potential downside here. Know that the risk here is still significantly large, down about an additional 37% if we break down below $3.34. But I also want to keep in mind that the recovery here back to $5.30 is at 42%. So personally, if it were me, I'd look to add a small position and wait to see when we start to go sideways and find a confirmation of a support somewhere. A lot of people say they don't want to catch a falling dagger or falling knife. This is pretty much it at the moment, and I already placed my price ranges of where I would personally look to enter, and that is going to be between 236 and 334, or as close to 334 as possible. And again, you can possibly look for a small position of entry, maybe a swing here back up to $5.30 at some point in terms of a recovery for APLD. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments and what your average is. I know a lot of people are in APLD and are interested in more videos of APLD, and I don't see many YouTubers sharing the chart analysis in terms of APLD here. So if this is something you're interested in, let me know down below in the comments. And if you want to support the channel or let us know that you're watching this video, feel free to like the video if it was helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Turn on notifications. I will be going over more APLD videos, especially since there's been a lot more requests for APLD as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you don't have a community yet, I highly recommend joining our Discord. Link down below in the description and the QR code on the left side. We do have a dedicated chat section for APLDs if that's something you're interested in. And so it's free to join. There's over 32,000 people. Link on the left side as well as down below in the description. And if you are looking for live entries and exits, we currently have a 90% off permanent discount as we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary. So check out the link down below for Patreon special promotion. Again, live entries and exits on stocks and options. It does also include APLD as well. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video for APLD.